What is so spectacular about Herculanum is that at the end of the opera everybody dies because there is the eruption of the volcano. And that's what really struck the audience at that time, because it was spectacular, you know, it's such an effect. And we have this in Wexford, of course. We have the volcano erupting and the lava is, you know, everybody's frozen. And yes, he was completely lost. And then David last year said, "Oh, do you know Herculanum?" So we looked at the score and I said to David, "Wow, this is a French Trovatore," you know, Trovatore, this opera by Verdi, who needs 4 amazing voices. So that's the case for Herculanum. If you want to stage Herculanum, you need 4 amazing voices: a soprano, mezzo-soprano, a tenor and a baritone. And they're all extraordinary, so we're happy.
This character is very, very interesting for me because Lilia had a multilateral character. She's very sensitive, she's very emotional, but in the same time she's very dramatic, you know. In the 3rd act, in the last act, she began to be very dramatic, very strong, and it's really very interesting character for me to sing and to play. Stephen Metcalf, stage director, are magnifico. He is amazing, and we worked before in another wonderful production of Manon Lescaut, and this is our 2nd time, and I'm really, really happy to work with him.
Olympia is very powerful and the queen of Herculanum. She lives day by day and she wants everything. But when she met Helios, I think that everything changed, because really I think that she fell in love with Helios, and she loved in Helios his purity and his youth.
Stephen Metcalf, the director, has done a very clever thing, which hasn't pitted one as a set of good guys and one as a set of bad guys. Actually, he's tried to find a sort of dueling philosophies that are actually more complementary than would first appear. It's about revolution and about the shattering of power and the creating imbalance. And that's where this opera teeters. It's right on the edge. You've got the balance of the pagan queen Olympia and how her power is completely rent asunder by the wrath of God, and with divine retribution symbolized by Magnus and the agent of chaos that is Satan, actually the power dynamic is flipped, and you almost want to see the sequel. You almost want to see, sort of, even though they all die in the end, you almost sort of want to see what rises from the ashes.
Félicien David had lots of imagination in terms of sound, and since it was his first opera, you know, he was really ambitious, so he wanted to do something really good, new, and so he had lots of ideas which he put both in the orchestra and in the vocal line, and it did influence the composers after him. Like Bizet took a lot from David, so it's really good that now we discover Félicien David.